All right, welcome back, watch fans. We got an amazing watch market update for you today. That's right, we are actually doing a watch collection review of, one of the famous personalities. A legend in their own mind, which is this gentleman who calls himself the original OC, better known as the OCuck, the Princess of Cuckistan. And I think some of you know the backstory, but we're going to look at some of the watches and get your opinions. Unbelievable but true. Now, look, kind of a backstory, a little bit of a backstory, and then we'll. But look, the watches should be able to stand alone from the owner, right, from the collection. But when you actually look at this, it's kind of like a very soulless collection of kind of like yesterday's hype watches. It's the type of thing you'd wear to impress, I don't know, impressionable teenage boys or whatever, of legal age, allegedly. And but to get the basic idea, we need to understand this guy came on the scene a couple of years back, joined Artem Pizdets, aka Tim Wright. Artem Pizdets is the real name, the Ukrainian grifter, the one-eyed Whitaker. And, he glommed onto this. I think he was actually new to watches. I think at the time he owned like a Tissot or something. This guy, I don't know, he's some random grifter, who, decided to hop on the bandwagon. And apparently, look, he likes to, from what we've seen, he likes to hang around, young males. He likes to. We've seen that he's taken some young male watch collectors in his hotel suites, traveling. There's a lot of weird behavior. Famously, he took Tim Wright clothes shopping. Clothes shopping for manicure, pedicure, possibly an anal waxing. We don't know. Possibly, but very strange stuff. And the disturbing part is this, right? Here's the disturbing part is. There was a scam going on. This guy's running a grift, mostly on newbies, right? He's boll weeving himself into the newbie collectors, and what he does is he does these sassy watch dinners, these freak off type dinners, and then what goes on is he gets some grifter salesman from an AD or some watch salesman to spruik some watches there, and obviously the OCuck gets a piece of the action, some backdoor action, and of course, notably, he was promoting the Anthony Farrer business. Him and Tim Wright were active promoters of Anthony. Also, Stefano Della Costa, another grifter, aka the Watch Wizard. Both of these guys took collectors for millions of dollars. Millions of dollars. And what happened? Well, what happened is oyster courts. Yeah, well, we're gonna get into the watch collection in just a moment. There's a lot more. There's a lot more wrong with it than the service. But wait, it gets worse. So basically, this guy was promoting these grifters, Watch Wizard, Anthony Farrer, Timepiece Gentleman. He was getting kickbacks. Him and Tim Wright getting backdoor action. Whether I think he gave him like video games, cologne, liquor. I mean, those are kind of strange gifts you give to another male. I don't know. It's a little weird. It's like it's a little weird. Like was the wizard driving around in a van or something? But anyway, this is what was going on. Of course, they never disclosed this, and they knew it was a scam. They knew. That's right. The OCuck knew that the Watch Wizard was a scam, and for months, he held it from his viewers. Why was he holding it from his viewers? Well, there's a bit of a conflict of interest. I mean, there was money involved. They had money coming from the wizard, right? Exactly. Unbelievable, but true. Yeah, Artem Pizdets. Yeah, he got a lot of gifts in his backdoor. The backdoor action was coming in hard and heavy, and then what happened was, hang on, let me just get this here. And then there was a breakup. Apparently, like, you know, Tim Wright didn't want to share the hotel room with him in Geneva, or some weird lovers quarrel. I don't know. But we know that this guy does have, you know, he does invite a lot of young male watch collectors, usually Latino or Asian, to his hotel room. And this is he's known for that. As he says, he's known for two things. He's known for the smooth bezel Rolex day date, the platinum day date, smooth bezel. This is what he's known for, as he says. You know, this is his brand. And you know, having you know, spending a lot of time, private time with young male collectors, watch collectors, in his hotel room, probably ostensibly to, you know, show him to discuss horology. I'm assuming they're discussing horology. You know, who knows what's going on, right, with these grifters. And of course, we understand he's. It looks like he's related to a registered sex offender, Anthony Weiner. So there's a lot of Anthonys involved. Registered sex offender Anthony Weiner, I think, is his cousin or something. There's some sort of weird connection. But you know, like, there's a whole grifter vibe going on there. And now he's part of the Watch Colony, which is, you know, a bunch of Cuckistanis. It's the Cuckistani channel. Yeah. Well, listen, I'll tell you what's not too big from, which is he's known for. So the other things he's known for is size 7 Skechers, collecting Disney princess castles. This is unbelievable true. Disney princess castles. Look at the girls thing. I don't know, grown men collecting Disney is weird enough, but you know, Disney princess castles. And then, of course, wearing cheap Chinese-made jackets with built-in pocket squares. That's right, built-in pocket squares. Unbelievable true. I mean, this is one of the greatest crimes of you know, humanity. Now, but okay, so that's the background. Now, we also have some interesting. We got an interesting background here. We'll get into just a second, which is from Don Corleone. Now, you know, back in the day, Don Corleone, aka Curly, Il Duce di Chomostan, he was a collaborator on this channel, and he joined in one of our live streams, and he's got the insider information on the OCuck. So let's see what Don Corleone, Il Duce di Chomostan, has to say. Of course, Don Corleone is also known for a few things, including sex with his cousin, male cousin. I don't know if he had sex with a cousin or sex with a female, but something with a cousin, male cousin, sex action going on. Sausages, guy makes sausages, and famously he was thrown out of the fishing community. Unbelievable, but true. Now let's see what he has to say.
Alluded to the fact that he had no idea who you were. There were a lot of people in his chat. It was like he had like about 80 people in the chat, but there were a lot of people in his chat asking, "Hey, OC, have you seen the Watch Reporters content? Hey, OC, do you know who the Watch Reporter is?" And he admittedly said he did not know what he was talking about, but for some reason he was able to remember some of the chats that you had put in the dungeon last night.
This channel, you know, look, this channel is for aristocrats only, so plebeians are automatically repelled by it. So I wouldn't be surprised he may not have seen it.
Definitely.
But now here's the thing. We know that Anthony Weiner is a registered sex offender. He's a professional sex offender, multiple sex offender, right? You know, yes. Sexting pictures to young girls, underage girls. Now here's the thing. I heard a rumor that, or I saw something online that OC and Tim, Artem, were in fact supplying alcohol to underage girls. Is this true or not? It's caught on video.
Hey, you listen. I'm only gonna say what I saw on the live stream. We actually have a clip of it, but I'm gonna say what I saw in the live stream, which was them ordering a girl some Long Island iced teas to get her smashed.
They ordering a girl. They were buying a young girl. They bought.
Yeah, and the girl actually admitted that she was 20.
Aha!
On Tim's live stream. So it's not something we made up. Oh, good. You got the reel that I so this was
felony. That's a felony in New York. Well, of course, listen, I'm sure the OCuck has got some friends with tied in with his cousin Carlos Danger, aka Anthony Weiner, the registered sex offender. Maybe I don't know, maybe they'll be able to get off. Who knows?
It was a little audition that OC did when he was 20 years.
So this is young OC being groomed. Now he's being groomed for a freak off party. Again, this is unbelievable true video. This is supplied by Don Corleone, Il Duce di Ciomostan.
Sold for the Julian School of Arts and Music in California.
Curly.
Yes.
Curly, please repeat it. So you've seen it on evidence. Please repeat this in case anybody missed it. Tim Wright, aka Artem Pizdets, and OC were caught plying a underage girl with alcohol.
There were drinks being bought and ordered by Tim and OC. They were put down on the table, and the girl inadvertently admitted that she was 20 years old. Yes, it was on a live stream. Now they made it members only, but we did play that clip multiple times on the dungeon of them doing that. They got her smashed drunk. There was some kind of a conflict between Tim, the girl, and I think it was either the girl's boyfriend or pimp was following them around when they were walking around downtown Miami by the clubs. So there was some kind of a thing that happened there. And then they just quickly ended the stream. But Tim was out of his mind. Yeah, I.
So yeah. So by the way, so the OCuck, I know he likes to pass himself off as man of culture. It's I mean, this guy basically is look, he's a third-rate pile of shit. He went to a third-rate toilet business school, MBA badge. I mean, basically, look, he's getting no-show jobs from random relatives. I think from Anthony Weiner, the Anthony Weiner sex offender connection. And this guy now is plying a new grift. Look, this guy has been on the grift his whole life. But we're going to watch a video of him. This is an audition where he's getting groomed. This is possibly for P. Diddy. For Diddy. This is for the Diddy freak off party. Now look at this outfit. I mean, this is, by the way, this is a super gay outfit. Look, come on. This has got to be early 80s or something. Now, look, things have advanced a little bit, and you could wear. Well, okay, no, I'll back up a little bit. Okay, it's possible. It is possible to wear pink pants, pink linen pants. You could wear it like in certain environments, like in Palm Beach, part of possibly South Florida, Palm Beach, possibly, maybe in the Hamptons in the summer. Maybe I don't know, possibly Martha's. It's a very limited thing, right? But not in California. These are pink jeans. Again, this is and a tank top. Now this is a super gay look. This is actually the official gay uniform. This is total Village People vibes, by the way. The tank top, tight pink pants, and let's
play. One of Mookie made a couple of clips of this incident. I think you saw the one where he had his shirt off, and that girl, I think her name is Olivia. The girl Olivia was admiring his, bushy-haired chest and underarms. But yeah, that is the girl on the live stream. She admitted she was 20, and she was just smashed. And a lot of people were very concerned about Olivia. But see,
that's right. There's a young girl who was plied with alcohol by OCuck. Now, again, why is he plying this girl alcohol? Because he basically wants, here's the sick, perverted thing with this guy, right? He's basically wants Tim to bang this girl so that he can get access to Tim. It's a whole convoluted thing, right? So, again, the OCuck, he's a family man. He's a family man, as he tells us. These family men, like his other buddy who he bought a hooker for. That's right. He bought allegedly, we heard on the live stream, he paid for a prostitute, that's right, a woman of entertainment, a female entertainer in Las Vegas for what's his name for this other Bukiak? We saw I forgot the Bukiak's name, but yeah, he bought a prostitute for this guy. Now, why is he hooking guys up with hookers and other little gutter snipes? Because it's not about the idea is it's like a whole vicarious thing. He wants to kind of get to them through the girl. It's a whole perverse thing. You got to understand how these sickos work, right? It's unbelievable. Yeah, this is unbelievable but true. Streamers are weirdos. Listen. This channel is the only channel of culture. No, I was not banned from the 1960s. I like the troll. What's his name? That guy. Listen. It's hard. Look, we need money on this channel. We can't hit off real grass until you guys donate money. So at least there's a couple things you could do. Number one is you could send super chats. Okay, listen, don't start talking the oldest talk until you send money to the channel. I mean, you can't criticize the channel until you donate money. You're getting entertainment for free. You haven't given us a nickel. It costs millions of dollars a month to produce this content. Okay, so do I need to say this? No. You got Baron Von Noop telling you right now, send money now. Baron Von Noop, this is a real aristocrat. You are peasants. Listen, all these guys that claim to be listen, Anthony Weiner is a family man. He was, he was sexting an underage girl while he had his baby in his changing a diaper. The famous picture. Yeah, I mean, these are all sexual deviants. Come on. Listen, these guys, anybody who starts talking about family, religion, they bring it up a lot. It's a way to basically distract you from a scam they're trying to pull. Okay, that's the way it works. How about you send money now, or you're gonna get banned? Listen, I'll tell you what. I'll make a deal. Either you make a super chat right now, or you're gonna get banned. You're gonna get banned from this channel in the next. I'll give you 2 minutes. Okay, I'll give you 2 minutes. Send money now, you get banned. Okay, we're not playing games here.
Here's the routine. Here's what happens. They go out and they gonzo stream. Tim always has the professional gimbal and camera, and the groomer. That's why we call him the groomer. Okay, so listen. This is the OCuck is known as the groomer. Now this is Curly, Don Corleone, Il Duce de Chomas. And again, Creepy Curly, aka Uncle Curly. Look, Curly is, he doesn't make stuff up. This guy is a respected community member. He's a famous electrician in Chicago. He's burned down many houses with his shoddy electrical work, and a lot of grifting, no-show union jobs, things like that. But Curly doesn't lie about the truth, and he's telling you the truth. OCuck is known as the groomer. Why is he known as the groomer? Let's find out. Job is like Ghislaine Maxwell's job was. Hang on, sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt Curly. Let's see what Curly has to say about Don Curly, about the OCuck. But yeah, that is the girl on the live stream. She admitted she was 20, and she was just and a lot of people were very concerned about Olivia. But see, here's the routine. Here's what happens. They go out and they gonzo stream. Tim always has the professional gimbal and camera. Okay, hold on. Okay, 1 second. Okay, so now, okay, we have to right now. We're gonna deport. We're gonna deport this guy Jay's gray sweater back to Chomostan. That's right. He's getting deported right now. Watch this. Watch as we deport him back to Chomostan where he belongs. There we go. Boom. The ban hammer. Yes, that's right. Jeffrey Epstein wore Panerai. Look, there's two things that are pedo vibes: Panerai, Breguet, and BMW. And we'll find out more about that in just a second. But let's see what the citizen journalist. Again, this is a citizen journalist, Uncle Curly. And the groomer, that's why we call him the groomer. OC, his job is like Ghislaine Maxwell's job was to recruit and snare young women so Timmy could talk to him. He introduces himself. He says, listen, I am, whatever his title is, producer, for the Tim Wright, the YouTube. Tim Wright's a YouTube celebrity. He'd like to interview you. And what they do is they keep feeding him drinks with or without, some additives in it to get them blank.
Roofies. Okay, is the OCuck giving girls roofies?
Stone cold drunk, and people super chat so Tim can buy them more drinks. So he's actually done a titty swipe. We have a clip of that.
Sexual assault.
He does a titty swipe in Koreatown in New York.
What is that? I'm not familiar with that term. What is that exactly?
The girl was wearing a light halter top, and being an Asian woman, she wasn't completely, really endowed, but she had a nice set of tits on her. And what Tim did was he reached from her belly button and just swiped up until he touched the nipple.
And
the girl retracted herself like a fucking snake and said, "Hey!" And he said, "Oh, that's it. Again."
Sexual assault. There we go. So you got a Ukrainian grifter committing sexual assault, and the accessory to the crime is this guy, this family man OC. The guy who claims he's a family man. Again, he's good friends with registered sex offenders. And he's, conspiring to commit sexual assault and, other felonies. Also, serving underage girls alcohol.
We have a clip of that because that's what we do.
This is sexual assault.
Listen, at the time we said that since this was on a live stream and recorded, if the girl from Koreatown, look, if this was a white woman, definitely he would have been locked up in
he's a
Long
racist.
Island.
That's right. He's exploiting the Asian community. And there you go. That's right. The OCuck is exploiting the Asian community. We know that the OCuck also likes young Asian males, young Asian and Latino males, smooth and hairless. That's his type. The twinks as they call them in the homosexual community. Twinks versus bears. He should be reported. These guys should be prosecuted.
Yeah, but, because Asian, who knows? Maybe she wasn't a citizen, so she didn't want to report. But, obviously.
Sex trafficking, grooming underage.
Could be a lot of laundering going on. You know how these watch guys are.
Yeah. By the way, just look, if you don't want to be banned from the channel, you need to become an aristocrat. You need to become an aristocrat like Baron von Noob. That's right. When you become an aristocrat, you click the join button for $4.95 a month. Here's what you're going to get. Number one is you're going to get access to all our top secret content. All our best content is reserved for aristocrats, so you get to view it in a peasant-free environment. Okay, peasant-free environment. Number two is you get to be called an aristocrat. That's right. Whatever your name is. Like, for example, we got this guy, Scott Smith. What the fuck kind of name is that? Smith. Now, this guy was Baron Smith. Now, that's something, okay? Now, if Scott was smart, he would invest $4.95, and then he would become a baron. Possibly, the rest of his family could also be aristocrats. It could become the baronial Smith family. But he could be a baron, but he's not a baron because he hasn't invested $4.95. He doesn't believe in himself. If Scott really believed in himself, he would invest $4.95 to be a member of the channel. And here's what else you get. The real value, by the way, guys, listen to the real value that you get is you're going to get a free custom watch collection video. That's right. The Colonel is going to review your watch collection. What you got to do is you got to send me your pictures of your watches to brutalwatchreviews@gmail.com. You send that over and whatever questions you have. And we're going to give you a free watch collection review. Listen, this week has been a little slow. We got like 800 grand, maybe a little bit more. But look, it costs like $3 million a week to keep this channel on the air. So we need money from the peasants. We got to get the peasants to send money, or at least to join the channel. Again, let me recap. We got Baron Noah, who's also an aristocrat. And how do you know? Because he's got that thing next to his name. That means he's a respected member of the aristocracy, unlike the unwashed masses. Now, so again, let me recap. You're going to get a free watch collection review video. It's going to be on the channel. That's like a $500 value, okay? $500 value. And you can ask whatever questions you have about Patek, AP, serious stuff, right? You're going to, that's worth millions of dollars, okay? Even the Bogan of Brisbane, the fat slob Archie luxury, he charges like $50, $100. People send them. And he gives bad advice. People lose money on this channel. It's all about making money with watches. So look, if you don't want to be stupid, you don't want to be a tomato can. You're tired of eating crayons. You're tired of licking windows. You click the join button now. All right. Now let's get back to the program.
So, but this tape here, we discovered this. Yes. This seems to upset the OC. This was submitted by him when he was 20 years old to the Juilliard Arts School of Music and Art in California. They rejected him, and that's why he went into business. So here you go. Oh, wait a minute. Why don't we have sound?
Shit. That is some gay shit.
Why don't we have sound, my dear friend? Okay, hang on a second. For some reason, we don't have sound.
It's the Matrix. The Matrix.
Let me try that one more time and make sure that I might have because it's your channel. I might not have done it properly. So
he's been hiding.
1 second. So how you been, man? I've been watching your content. I've been promoting your content. People love it.
Thank you. Your support is greatly appreciated to help keep democracy alive. This is
look, the Archieverse is not easy. Archieverse is not an easy place to break into. Also share.
Look at this. Look at this. Look how things have changed. This was back when Curly was a supporter of the channel and Peasant Philippe. And how things have changed.
Audio sound, yes, that is what I want to do. I want to
share. Which school did this guy go to? Third tier
business school. I don't know. I know he was. Oh, okay. Wait a minute. I got it.
Okay, look at this.
I got it. Here we go. Here comes the sound. I might have to play it twice. Here you go. Now you see the resemblance, right? This is 20. This is when he was 20 years old.
36 super.
I mean, look, that's him right there. That's him when he used to have hair.
Hold on. He's got a sock. He's got a sock stuffed into those pants. He's got like a rolled up, those socks, those thick socks, those athletic socks, the big ones that go to your knee. He's got that rolled up, stuffed into the pants.
There, he still has the transition lenses.
He's got a banana stuffed in his pants.
For sure. He's not that endowed. I mean, but
look, this is super gay. This is like a super, like, when was this, in the 70s? This would have been like peak.
This was 1982. Era. This was 1982. He was fresh out of high school, and the thing is, we all degenerate.
Wait, 1982. How old is fucking Bust Down? 1982 is what is that? That's 40. Wait, how is that? 40 years? 40 years? It's fucking busted down valise, busted down gay valise with a leaking anus.
Yeah, we all deteriorate when as our age goes on. But I mean, this, if you ask me what is his attraction to Tim Wright, he's just living vicariously his youth through Tim's live stream, except he's a kind of overweight, bald, according to him, very articulate.
Well, hold on. He's not that overweight anymore because he's been embezzling money from the colony, the watch colony, to buy Ozempic. That's right, for the Ozempic. And also, from what we understand, there's Botox. He's been getting Botox, Ozempic, and we did a video yesterday. There's one of these guys that does the Botox injections in New York. There's a bunch of these grifters out there that do these injections, and they also do for the homosexual community. They do penis fillers. That's right, penis fillers. Unbelievable but true. To make it thicker or not longer. You can't really do well. I think what the guy explained is they do a treatment where it looks more, how shall we say, more full. So you become more of a shower than you know what I mean? Like, because sometimes, how do they do it? But anyway, it's not really long, but they could make it thicker. And one of the gentlemen spent $150,000 on injections, and he ended up with a 7.5 inch. This is what the guy's saying: 7.5 inch circumference, penile member, and also you got a Brazilian buttocks lift, the Brazilian butt lift. That's what a lot of these guys are going for. They're going for the butt lifts. penile enhancement, and also scrotum filler. Scrotum filler, very important to have a wrinkle-free scrotum, or I don't make it bigger. I don't know. Who knows what's going on with these people? But from what we understand is that OCuck is definitely investing. Oh, look at this. We got a real aristocrat. Well, not an aristocrat, but we got a donation. Look, this dollar definitely helps to, to keep the channel on the air. It's unbelievable but true. Unbelievable but true. But that is, that's what's going on. Yeah, has everyone sent wires? Okay, back to the show.
Articulate, because he says that me and you talk funny. We're not very literal. We're not literal.
Oh, this is okay. Now look at this. Hold on a second. Now this is Curly. Now all of a sudden they're friends now. The best. They're getting groomed.
This was 1982. This was 1982. He was fresh out of.
How old is this guy? Is this guy in his 60s? Is he 70? Because Narc actually said he's like 68 or something.
High school. And the thing is, look, we all degenerate. Yeah, we all deteriorate when, as our age goes on. But I mean, this, if you ask me what is his attraction to Tim Wright, he's just living vicariously his youth through Tim's live stream, except he's a kind of overweight, bald, according to him, very articulate, because he says that me and you talk funny. We're not very literal. We're not literal people. He said it's perfect that Curly found the guy that talks like him. Actually, he believes that somehow me and you are related.
We are related.
So here you go. Let's finish it. I mean, the resemblance is staggering. I mean, you know, take that hair. Recede the hairline.
It's very likely that he was involved. He definitely, I wonder if we should ask Anthony Farr what he thinks. Actually, ask Mark in Chicago, if this guy was in the bathhouse, because he's got the look. He looks like he was active in the bathhouses. Where is he? California? Was in West Hollywood?
Listen, this is something he was very upset about. I never called him gay. I said he is a very flamboyant way. Nothing wrong with it. Nothing wrong with it. But I mean, if he wants, hey, bro, if he wants.
Now, by the way, now Curly knows gay. Curly, you know, he's got every weekend he's got like 5 gay guys coming over for brunch. He's got, I don't know, some sort of gay party scene going on in his house. I don't know if his cousin is gay, his brother, I don't know, somebody's gay there, and they'll bring over a bunch of these guys. He's got a whole gay party scene at his house, and different types, right? So he knows. Listen, this guy's got good gaydar because he's immersed in the the homosexual community of Chicago. He knows about the bathhouse and all that, right? So you know what's going on.
Stay in the closet. That's on him. Just because I cannot help but think he has a very flamboyant way about him. I mean, this guy was a fantastic Rockefeller Plaza. We had a video of him nowadays, ice skating, trying to relive his old, he tried out for the Olympics. He did very well. But I mean, this was, he actually wanted to dance. So because he couldn't dance, he took his dance moves to the ice skating rink. But hey, look, he's got a flamboyant way about him. It's nothing wrong with that.
Now look, Robert, the Baron Express. Are you familiar with the Velvet Mafia? Are you familiar with Curly? Are you familiar with the Velvet Mafia?
I've had them over at my house. My brother-in-law's been gay since the day I met him. And he's on his third marriage. Third marriage. I actually was his best man at a I mean, it's quite different to go to a wedding at a gay bar, but I mean, hey, who am I to judge?
His brother-in-law is, I'm confused. His brother-in-law is gay. So who's gay then? His brother? Very confusing.
And man, Patel Philippe has.
And the cousin, I know he had sex with his cousin. And we know that Curly does have he had sexual relations with the cousin.
Just bought another 5 Baron memberships. The receivers.
Yeah. Look at that. Back in the day when Peasant Philippe was still a duke, back in the day, Peasant Philippe was a duke and giving out memberships. And now, look what happened. He got deported back to Cuckistan.
That generous gift.
They have to make him a duke. And really, the Duke Patel. And if Duke Patel marries Blondie, she could be a duchess.
Look, the way I see it, sometimes there's an actual king, and sometimes it's good to have a symbolic king. I think that Patel Philippe is king status. Here is the receivers of this.
We'll talk about watches. We're gonna go back to the watches. We're gonna go to the watches in just a minute. Right now, we're just setting up the premise for the background story. We got to give you the backstory before we get into this, and then we'll get into other watches.
Very generous Baron gift, Baron level membership to one of the greatest watch reporting channels that I think I've ever seen. Reporting is not my forte. I'm not a watch guy, but we have finally found somebody that can transcend both drama and watches. Ivar,
look at that. See, look at this. Curly was such a fan of the channel. What happened? Curly, Don Corleone. What happened? What happened? Don Corleone. What happened? He was such a big fan of the channel. This was the only channel that transcended horology and drama. Wow.
We're gifted a Baron membership. This one of the most beloved people and my fellow Zionist brother, motherfucker, this was gifted a Baron membership. Andy P. gifted a Baron membership. Another anchor of the Archieverse, L.A. Methwich. Methy, congratulations. You were gifted a Baron membership. And Billy Jeans, all fine people to have on Team Watch Reporter.
Look at that. This is a landmark day. This is so let's keep rolling the tape. Oh, is that the end of the tape?
It's a short. I mean, the quality is not really there.
Let's just play just once more without interruption. Let's just roll tape.
No problem. Let me get it. Stepping into Friday. This is 20-year-old OC in San Diego, California. Look, it's unbelievable. Look, I'm a manly man, but you know what? I see this guy in a gay bar doing this routine. I might have to double think my fucking heterosexuality. I mean, this guy, the only thing, like I said, the funny thing is, I forgot to tell you.
There we go. Curly admits sexual attraction to the OCuck. Curly here admitted sexual attraction to the OCuck. This is what it's all about. This is grooming, multiple grooming. That's right. Curly was a baron at one point. Can you believe that? That's right. Curly was actually a real aristocrat, and now he is. Oh, is that Nick? Hang on a sec. Let's see.
Yeah, hey, it's me, man. I just have all these different accounts. It's tough.
Oh, okay. This is legit. You're not gonna play porno, right?
Dude, I'm not pulling my dick out. You got to pay a tenner for that.
We got people ready to pay. Listen.
Okay, well then, pants are unzipping then, man. All right, let's go.
$20
this was
is
a
$20.
Different time. Because Curly was like a strong supporter. I thought he was an aristocrat, and then I don't get it. What happened? Where did it all go wrong?
This is interesting. This is what we're trying to figure out.
He was a baron, and then now he's in Cuckistan.
Chomostan. He's in Chomostan.
Because he's not a Bukiakistan. He has nothing to do with Bukiakistan.
Yeah, that's JJ. JJ is Bukiakistan. We got listen. People think all these countries are the same. All the Asians are the same. They're not.
They're all different. They don't assimilate well.
They have different cultures. They have different cultures, different traditions. The Vietnamese are not Koreans or Chinese. They're different, right? So Chomostan is different than Cuckistan and Bukiakistan. But they're in the same neighborhood. There is an overlap. There is they look the same. they have the same vibe, But have you seen this film of the OCuck in the being groomed?
Well, because usually he's the one doing the grooming. That's what's weird. I haven't seen him being groomed because usually he's doing these backroom groomings with other people. You know what I mean?
That's right, in hotel rooms, as we've learned.
Exactly, 100%. He's a hotel room groomer, and I'm not talking about a Best Western, man. It's weird shit. It's really dark.
But listen, but you know how it happened. This is the truth. The truth is most molesters were molested themselves. Listen, Diddy, what they're saying about Diddy, aka Puff Daddy,
They were
He is-
molestees. They were molestees before they
don't say the
became
molestees.
molesters.
No. Okay, so what happened was this is one of his best friends when he was like, growing up together, like, I don't know, like kids. He says, oh, yeah,
Hey.
he says, hey, back when he says, yeah, back when, we were like 10 years old or 12, he would like, his mom, so Diddy's mom was like some sort of freaky, like swinger. Like he said in their house on a weekend, there'd be naked people all over the house.
Hey, forget about it. Hey.
And it was normal. Basically, his mom was a swinger. Diddy's mom was a swinger.
Boy, they.
Yeah, it was
That's
wild.
going to be scarring. I mean, that actually would be scarring. Now it kind of all makes sense. The
It makes
1,000
sense.
bottles of
Yeah.
baby oil.
Yeah,
It all
exactly.
makes sense.
Yeah, so because for him it's normal, basically, like and listen,
That's normal behavior. Like for OCuck, it's normal.
Yeah, and listen, and when we say that his mom was a swinger, it wasn't just hetero type action going on. It was like
This was a different environment for swingers back then, man. It wasn't a normal swinging environment. I'm with you.
Everything goes, and probably listen. I wouldn't be surprised if Diddy got molested. He got groomed.
Tomato can. Don't be a tomato can here.
Unbelievable.
Yeah. But Drew, oy vey. Nobody's gonna go to his thing and be l'chaim.
Exactly. So now, what you got a few minutes because we're gonna get to the watch
I got the
collection
chutzpah to stay around a few minutes.
We're gonna get to the watch collection, but have you seen this video before? Have you seen this?
I think a long time ago, but remind me because it does look familiar, but it's kind of like also I blocked that shit out, man. I don't want to be doing that. You know what I mean?
This is documentary of the OCuck being, this is his grooming video.
You know that OC has only gotten into the watch enthusiast game in 2020, right after COVID. You know, the hype peak. That's when
he's one of those.
Tim Wright, not only OC, but Tim Wright.
That's when this guy got into it during
got
COVID.
into the watch game.
He's
you know that
watch.
OC and Tim Wright both started.
What's that? Oh, what? Oh, shit. We lost him. Come back. Nicholas, come back. Watch Nicholas come back. We lost him. Okay. So.
It on Archie's channel. And it is common belief. Yeah, it's common belief that OC is the person who divided the relationship that Tim had with Archie.
He's a political operator.
There's a lot of stuff
Okay, now let's talk about the watch collection. So this is the OC, the OCuck watch collection review. Now that you know the background, the grooming background, the creepy details, the whole thing with again his focus on let's just say he pays a lot of attention to young gentlemen of Asian and Latino backgrounds in his hotel rooms. And so here's what's interesting, right? So here is the collection, and what do you notice? Now, again, I'm like a detective. I kind of look at the whole picture, the broad perspective, and it looks to me like basically like I don't want to say hype. It's kind of like the usual suspects of like whatever was like kind of the hype piece at a certain point, and it's basically designed to impress young guys. These are not real. These are not like, it's not like a serious collection. For a guy who wants to be considered a serious collector, these are not real. These are hype watches. I mean, they're expensive watches, but it's not like a respectable collection. In other words, it's sort of like, okay, these are like the kind of the I don't want to say greatest hits, but sort of like, okay, this is kind of like what I don't know, the average newbie would think is good, right? It's not, you don't see like real serious watches here. There's not a perpetual calendar, not one perpetual calendar. You got basically compromised watches. But the whole idea of these watches is they're essentially designed to impress young males. That's what it is. It's designed to impress, like, people who are easily impressed. Now let's get into this. Let's look at the first one, Sea Dweller. What the fuck is this? Oh, but he's got the stupid music. I know he's got the stupid music soundtrack in all his videos. Like, it's the fucking gayest shit. Like, he's got, I don't know, it's just weird. It's creepy. It's fucking creepy. Anyway, I don't even want to look at the Sea Dweller. The Sea Dweller, again, very basic watch. Why would somebody want to have a Sea Dweller? I don't know. It's kind of like a Submariner, right? Here's what I see a lot. I see some big mistakes here. There's major redundancies in these watches. Major redundancies. Again, you got this GMT, you got the Pepsi, you got this Cuckistan. What do you call it? The what the hell is this? This is the the brown one, whatever it is. Chocolate. What do they call that? I don't know. Whatever. And again, these watches were kind of like 3 or 4 years ago. Like whatever was the kind of like, oh, this is the thing. Oh, Rolex, the old barn. Now, okay, here we go. Check this out. So he's got, okay, watch this. Hang on. Okay, so he's got, I think I got to turn the music off so we don't get the whatever. Okay, so in theory, look, now here's the thing. There's a lot, if you look at the whole collection, it's basically all compromised watches, but on a higher level, meaning you got a Daytona on an Oyster Flex, which is, again, the Oyster Flex is such a fucking horrible, the Oyster Flex is horrible. Very comfortable. I've had it on the wrist, very, very comfortable, but it is, it looks like shit. It looks like shit. It is. It's basically for peasants. If you're gonna go with a flashy watch, and again, you got a dial with the diamond baguettes on it, right? Something like that should be on a bracelet, right? If you have diamonds, it's got to be on a bracelet because it's kind of like it makes it more formal, right? Okay, so here is OC showing off. Here's what he's showing off. Watch this. Watch this. Here's the move. He wants you to see two things. What does he want you to see? BMW. It's I'm actually not surprised now. I'm not surprised he's a BMW man because it's funny. I had no idea, but the other day we were talking about shitter cars and Breguet and shitter cars, BMW and Breguet, and it's not surprising. I mean, BMW. I said this. This is before I even knew the guy had a BMW. I said, look, BMW is known for a couple of things. One is they make shitty cars that leak oil and coolant. Okay, that's number one. Number two is it's a compromised car. It's sort of like a cheap version of a Mercedes. It's not a Mercedes. It's not a Porsche. It's sort of like, and it's not really an Audi. It's sort of like, what is it exactly, right? And the people who drive them. This is the weird thing. The people who drive BMW, they all think that they're like Mario Andretti. They're like, Lance Hamilton? They all think they're fucking race car drivers, all right? They're basically a bunch of, bukiaks, right? Just, suburban bukiaks. And for some reason, they think they're, these race car drivers. And they're very aggressive driving. Like, they think they're, hot shit. When it's basically a shitter car. Again, this is a piece of shit car. I don't care. M series, this series, that. Listen, who do we know that has a BMW? Let's go through the greatest hits. Archie Luxury. That's again, he's got a 3 Series with nasty vinyl seats. You got Peasant Philippe. He's got a 3 Series. He also has a Lambo, but again, oh, there we go. Oh, he's back. What happened?
Yeah, sorry, my internet's kind of messed up, but I got the Oyster Flex.
Oh, look at this.
Oyster Flex.
Oh, look at this. Oh, we got live coverage.
Yeah, I'm walking the dog. But
Wow,
Oyster Flex, it's like when I'm not in West Hollywood picking up gay guys. What is that? What these are for? Wasn't that the line?
Yeah.
But yeah, I actually like it. I love the Oyster Flex, dude. I think it's nice.
That's very loose on the wrist. Very loose on the wrist over there. Man, this guy's got a hairy arm. No wonder I can see why Curly likes that. Curly likes them hairy. He likes that, he likes that vibe. That you vaguely, I don't know, Nick. You're not. I don't think you fall into the twink category. You might be in the bear category for this guy.
I'm a bear. I'm actually not even gay. I just sound gay because I'm like the voice in California. I'm not even gay.
It's a California thing. It's like Keslowitz.
Yeah, it's just how people talk here, really.
Yeah, he's probably straight. I'm pretty sure he's straight.
He's married, dude. He's literally married.
But so was OCuck.
I mean, Oscar Wilde was married too.
So was OCuck and Curly. Curly and OCuck are also married. Yeah, it's a little.
I mean, OCuck's, but that's an arranged marriage. Too loose. You think too loose?
Yeah,
I like it jingly jangly though.
Yeah, yeah. No, it's okay. It's okay. It's okay. No, the
Could be
problem is
better.
if you wear it that loose, if you kind of like you push your, it might kind of pop the. In other words, I'm saying if you like, I don't know how to explain, but it might damage the watch if you wear it. You might
So
damage.
do you think you could call this a solid gold dancer because it has one
No,
piece
it's a
of
compromise
titanium all the way through on the Oyster Flex, or is that not fair? Because it is
No,
one
it's
solid piece of titanium that like keeps it for one continuous.
yeah. No, it's a compromise watch. It's
I did compromise when I
yeah.
got it. 100% a compromise.
Yeah, the rubber, it's comfortable. It's sort of like size 7 Skechers. The Skechers are probably, I would never wear them. Are they comfortable?
I would never be seen dead in them, but they are comfortable. Not gonna lie, I've had a pair in my life. They're comfortable, but they look like shit.
Right. So it's kind of like Skechers on the wrist, basically. So, but okay. So we're talking about the OCuck collection. Now, do you think the collection was built with grooming purposes in mind? Again, we got, the watches are kind of, who do these watches appeal to? Do these watches appeal to 19-year-old Asian twinks or 28-year-old supermodel females? Did we lose watch Nick? Okay, let's keep rolling. Okay, so basically, again, the fucking Beamers, again, Archie Luxury, nasty vinyl seat.
Yeah, that watch doesn't look right on him. And I don't like the smooth bezel day date either. You can't have a smooth platinum day date. It's fucking stupid.
Yeah, I think, listen, so I'll tell you the thing. I think with a platinum,
you got to have a fluted platinum.
Yeah, no, actually, listen, I think my issue with a platinum day date in general is it's kind of like, how do I explain? I think in general with Rolex Platinum, it's a problem because it makes it very heavy.
I like the Oyster Quartz.
It looks just like we'll cover that in a sec. Yeah, so it looks like steel, whatever. It doesn't make any sense, right? But here's the worst part. The worst part is they always end up losing value. They're always like the dog of the range. Historically,
he's got a lot of dogs. He's got all dogs.
It's actually no. Well, these are hype watches, or they were hype watches at one point. But it's kind of like the thing that people buy, like, oh, it's Rolex. Oh, okay. So this is interesting. The only thing now, he's got this Oyster Quartz, which is weird because this is not something I would expect from this guy. But
I think it was actually one of his first purchases was the Oyster. When he first got into the hobby, he bought the Oyster Quartz. That's my understanding.
Do you think it was a mistake? Did he just get suckered into it or something, or did he know what it was about? Because the Oyster Quartz, in theory, is kind of like a it's one of these things that people buy as like, it's like an inside baseball type of thing. Oyster.
Yeah, I like it. I almost got one. I thought it was really cool, honestly. I like them too.
Yeah, well, the quartz fucking. It's interesting. Some of the brands made cool quartz watches, like the cases, like Patek. The problem is the fucking quartz. If it breaks, you have real problems.
I think it's really expensive to fix the Rolex Oyster Quartz too. It's similar. It's like very pricey if you have an issue with it.
No, it's a major disaster. It's a major disaster. But I think the idea with the watches, like for example, Platinum Day Day, I think the guy bought that because he probably thought, oh wow, this is like the hot watch. If I get this hot watch.
He thought it was the hottest of the hot. Exactly.
Right, no, but here's the thing. But the premise is if he gets the hot watch, that's going to get him attention from the twinks. In other words, that's the idea, right? The idea
that's
is
what
to
he
get
wants,
the magnet.
twink attention.
It's the bait. That's what it is. These watches are bait for twinks.
Twink bait, you're saying. It's all twink bait.
It's twink
It's
bait.
all twink bait.
It's twink, exactly. It's twink bait. It's sort of like, you're not going to impress like any woman with class. Like, you're not gonna, like, if you walk in, you walk into, I don't know, shit, I'm trying to think of. Listen, you walk into a restaurant on, Madison Avenue wearing this watch, you're not gonna impress, any woman wearing a Chanel dress, right?
No, you're right. I agree with that.
This is sort of like a salesman watch. It's like
it is a salesman watch.
Boiler room salesman, whatever. But it's funny. The only people I've seen with platinum day dates, and again, I've only known of only a few people who wore them, were usually super successful. It was usually guys who were super successful.
He's middle management, man. For real, middle management.
No. Listen, the people I've met who had him were usually super successful, but knew nothing about watches. But like, somebody told, oh, platinum, what? This is going back 25. This is going back to the 90s. Okay, this guy's like a middle management guy. He's not a guy making $5 million a year, $10 million a year, $20 million a year. You know what I mean? This guy's like a Bukiak wannabe. He's
Yeah, you're right. You're right. When you're right, you're right.
Fugazi driving a leased BMW with watches bought on HELOC loans, above ground pools and all
A
that.
HELOC loan to pay for the above ground pool. Jesus.
And the watches. Now, so you got the day date, the compromise watches. That here's the weird thing. Again, you got the fucking Archie luxury thing. Who would buy? It's interesting. This is the hang on a second. This is the what the hell is this? The Zenith. Do you remember when Archie actually no? Oh, this doesn't have the exposed movement. Oh, that sucks. Oh, forget about it. This is garbage. The one with the exposed movement was kind of cool. The one that Archie had. Oh shit, we lost Nick again. We lost Nick. We lost Watch Nicholas. Listen, hang on a second. So where's Nick? Okay. So back to the Chomo stand. So again, you got basically compromised newbie watches, Zenith. Again, this is a guy who was a fan of Archie. So he's got the Zenith. He's got the Omega Seaman Master. You got the Seaman Master here. What is this? There we go. Omega Seaman Master. It makes no sense. Who buys this watch? I mean, like I'd be embarrassed to have this. And now this is actually a decent watch. A little big. We got the AP. I think this is 41 millimeter, 42 millimeter. So the problem I have with this is the size is just too big. It's a little too big. They got to do them like 37, 39 maximum. Even 39 is 39 is probably the ideal size. I think they use 39, but at 30, I can't even wear a 39 millimeter when it's on a strap. It's too big. On a bracelet, I can barely do it. 42 is just it becomes out of proportion. It becomes like the new Rolex maxi case look. It's disproportional. So hang on a second. I like the dial. The silver dial is one of my favorites. I like actually also the blue dial, baby blue dial. So if you get the AP Royal Oak, you want silver dial, this kind of silvery white, or the sky blue, baby blue dial. The problem is this though. The problem I'm having with AP now is these basic bitch, when you're looking at these basic bitch AP watches, is everybody has them. These are like very, very common now in the, whatever, collect, like this is like the entry level. Everybody's got them now. And it's got a second hand. I hate second hands, and I think it really ruins the vibe on the watch because they got a beautiful face. Everything's perfect, but the second hand just kind of, I don't know, takes it away. I'm not a fan of second hands. And I think there's much better deals out there. Look, if you're going to go for AP Royal Oak, much better deals out there with neo vintage. You're talking about the watches from the late 90s into early 2000s, whether it's a dual time, whether it's the owl, it's the date moon, whether it's the annual calendar or Royal Oak. If you have those watches, which have the JLC movement, those watches will increase in value. And also, it shows you're a real, about watch, you're a serious person. You're a connoisseur. You're a cognoscenti, not a peasant. These are basically like mid-level peasant watches. Again, this is like total peasant watch. Now, the one watch, which I think could be kind of cool, is the 5396. The problem with this is, you're going to see right now in a second, is it's a compromise watch. And here we go. Now you're going to see why. Actually, I can't tell. I think I'm not sure what size his wrist is. It looks like maybe a 7-inch wrist, possibly. Now, interestingly, the Colonel had this watch in rose gold. Same exact watch, rose gold with the baguette diamonds. And I had to dump the watch because something about the lugs just doesn't work right. The lugs just flare out. And a couple of things bothered me. I talked about it before, the date windows. Yeah, the date window shit. The date window and the 24-hour indicator, which was like, whatever. And also, but at the time I said, you know what? If they do this watch, they got to do it in white gold because the rose gold does not work with the baguette diamonds. It's kind of like it looks cool, but when you actually have it, it kind of gets annoying. It just doesn't work. With the white gold, I think it looks great. The problem is the fucking lugs. Now, and on the strap, it just doesn't work. It just like the watch just looks too big. It like flares out. However, when it's on the white gold bracelet, and they don't do it yet. I mean, they do make the white gold bracelet for this model, but for 5396. For some reason, on the bracelet, it fits great. Like if I can get this watch on the white gold bracelet, I would probably get it. But the price is going to drop. So again, this guy's a bukiak. He's a peasant. Again, he's a Chomostani. These low life Cuckistanis, real low life people. And the problem with these is they're dropping. They're dropping like crazy, right? I mean, this came out I think at like 62 grand. They're down to 50 grand already. Right now, you can pick them up for 50 grand. Now, the one that I had, I paid below 50 grand, okay? Below 50. I don't want to say substantial, but it was well below 50. And, I had an opportunity. I realized what was going on. I realized, shit, this thing is just, mass-produced garbage. And I was able to swap out into the 3940G, the perpetual calendar. Just a direct trade. And that watch, the 3940, has more than doubled in value since then, okay? So the 3940 is going to be like 150 grand, $200,000 watch within a couple of years, all right? The 5396 is going to keep drifting down lower and lower. They're probably going to bottom out in the 30s. I think they're already in the 30s now, low 30s, but the baguette diamond ones are still in the 40s, and they're going to drift down into the low 30s. I think in a couple of years, if you can get a 5396 with baguettes on the white gold or even rose gold, whatever, bracelet, you got to get it on the bracelet. Because it's a completely different experience. In the 30s, it'll be worth it. It looks, in theory, the watch is good. In theory, again, the problem is it doesn't fit, as you see here. You get the flare. You got the flare happening. Hang on a second. Let me show you this. Let me show you live from Cuckistan. Live from Chomostan, I should say. Live from Chomostan. Okay. Here's the thing, right? The watch, in terms of the dial design is beautiful. The dial design is beautiful. The problem is the case, okay? The problem is the case. You can see what's going on there, right? The lugs just like flare out. They're just a little bit too long. They elongate, and it's already a 38 millimeter watch. So now it just, listen, when it comes to Patek, I've always said, it's got to be elegant. It's got to be an elegant, thin watch. Elegant, thin watch, plus complications. And again, this has got some things which I don't like. It's got the second hand, the windows, the second hand, whatever. But you know what? If it was on a white gold bracelet for 35 grand, I would snap it up and I would deal with it, because on the bracelet, it's just, it's cool. And it wears well. Somehow the bracelet kind of like, I don't know what it does, but it does something. So anyway, this is basically your groomer collection, your basic Rolex Submariner, your redundant watches, sea dwellers, seaman dwellers, and various Chomostani watches here. Tissot, I mean, what the fuck is going on here? PRX. Again, this is probably a watch that he's, I don't know, using to give to twinks when he's grooming twinks. Let's see what else is here. He's got a G-Shock. Again, same fucking watch. How many times this guy keeps making? He keeps making videos with the same watches. I mean, this is Blancpain Swatch. Man, how many times can you show the same damn watch? Okay. Hold on a second. Pedo vibes. Taylor Swift. Is this guy going to a Taylor Swift concert? Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if this guy's going to a Taylor Swift concert. I mean, this guy's, pedo vibes in effect. Oyster Steel again. Cuckistan. Let's see. The Oyster Quartz. Was that the first? I don't know. Was that the first watch this guy would get? Did he just didn't know what he was doing or something? It's weird. It's weird. I mean, usually the Oyster Quartz is kind of, the Oyster Quartz is kind of like a watch that, guys who are like really real watch geeks until they date, they want to get deep down in the rabbit hole, and they get an Oyster Quartz just as a thing. It's kind of like a Dirty Sanchez mustache. It's kind of like an ironic statement. It's not like something you take seriously. Because it's always been considered like a joke, but now it's kind of, I think it's a fad. It's going to fade out. It's going to basically go back to zero where it belongs, but that is the Oyster Quartz. Yeah, listen, this is basically a boomer. This is a boomer trying to groom twinks. It's basically a boomer trying to groom twinks. This is what's going on. Okay, let's go back to the super chats. $4 super chat. Rose gold, Master Grand, ultra thin. Wait, Master Grand, what is that? I don't know what that is. Hang on a second. Hang on. We gotta look this up. Master Grand? Wait. Master Grand? Oh, here we go. Oh, shit. This is the watch, right? You're talking about this watch. It's a shitter. No, you want to avoid this. It's a piece of shit. And I'll tell you why it's a piece of shit. These kind of modern JLCs. I don't know. They're a little bit big, which bothers me. They're a little bit too big. But also, it's just a plain watch. In gold, it's just the rose gold, especially with a white dial or the cream dial. It looks bad. It actually doesn't look good. You got to have like the black dial, or maybe like a silver dial. Their rose gold is not that great. Here we go. This is not bad, but it's too expensive. This is just not worth the money. It's not worth the money. I'm telling you. Look at this. They get a basic rotor. It's a steel rotor. It's not worth the money. For $8,000. Look, for $8,000, I can get a Patek Philippe Calatrava. Okay, I can get a Patek Calatrava for $8,000. Okay, which is going to increase in value. Okay, this is the dumbest thing. I mean, this is garbage. Now they do. I understand. Okay, so here's what's kind of cool about it. Vaguely, is you got a nice deployant clasp, which is solid gold. Again, if you're getting the deployant, the butterfly, it's nice. But this watch, you're not gonna get laid with this watch. I mean, this is basically garbage. It's garbage. Sorry, it's just trash. And with a date, it's even worse. Again, you can get a Patek Philippe. You get a 1960s or 70s Patek Calatrava, which is going to increase in value. It's the real deal. Why would you want one of these, right? The one that they make, which is kind of cool, I was looking for one of these, was the moon phase one, the Master Moon. The Master Moon, and they do this in a couple of metals, including, hang on a second, they do one in blue now, which I don't know, it's like whatever, it's a gimmick. So it's got a date wheel, which I like. It's got a date wheel, moon phase. Beautiful rotor on the back. It's too expensive. And I remember they were doing the one that's really nice is kind of like a chocolate dial edition. It's like a brown dial, chocolate dial, I think they call it, or bronze dial, or whatever you want to call it. And let's see. Let's see if we see the rotor here. I mean, it looks good, right? You got a beautiful rotor. Look at that rotor. I love their rotor. I think they do the nicest rotor. Now, is there a deployed clasp? Yeah, the rotor is amazing. The rotor is amazing. So I would do, and again, the chocolate dial. I remember I really wanted one a couple of years back, and just the prices were always like, I don't know. The prices were always weird. Is this the one? Gray dial. Maybe this is it. I think they call it chocolate, but it's really gray. Maybe it's gray. I always thought it was chocolate. Oh, this is no good. No, you want a deployed clasp. Yeah, there you go. That's right. You're not going to get this on the other Peasant Vibes channels. You're not going to get this. You're going to get bad info. You're going to lose your money with those Peasant Vibe channels. Coffee. What the hell is that? Coffee reflective dial. 2018. Is this the chocolate dial? Maybe it was gray. I don't know. I thought it was chocolate. I thought it was chocolate. Maybe it's gray. No idea. Yeah. Oh shit. No, you got to have the deployed clasp. You got to get the deployed. But look at this, 12 grand. That's not a bad deal for 12 grand. But I would look for a deployed. Let's see what else. Yeah. So here's the problem with these JLCs. This is the problem. They all look the same. You got steel watches. You got precious metal watch. Same exact watch. Why would I want to have the same watch that every other peasant has, you know? It just doesn't do it for me. And this is ridiculous. What is this? You got diamonds and steel. It's ridiculous. This is a lady's watch, 34. I mean, they're, you know, JLC. This is the problem. This is the problem with JLC. They have a lot of bad, you know, they do a lot of bad stuff. Integrated bracelets. Yeah, listen, the whole integrated bracelet thing is basically, I mean, when you're talking about integrated bracelets, it's only two watches, really. You're only talking about Royal Oak, and Nautilus. That's it. I mean, there might be a few, whatever, but really, that's it. Those are the only ones. Like Rolex is not an integrated bracelet. You know, you can. No, strap is. I think reality strap is the way to go. Especially if it's like a certain watches, you can put them on a rubber strap, the better. Wow, look at this. This is a real diver. Here we go. See, we got real aristocrats here, not wannabes, not guys who, you know, this is a real diver. Used to scuba dive. It says everybody uses dive computers. Never saw anybody dive with a mechanical watch. Yeah, exactly. Listen, have you ever seen anybody time a race with a mechanical watch in the last, 30 years? No, you don't see people timing, horse races, auto races, any type of race, anything with mechanical watch. Everybody uses digital because it's more accurate and, it's simpler. You don't need to look and think and calculate. It's look at 5 different dials. No, it's useless. Okay. the idea of a dive watch is a tomato can concept. Okay, it's a tomato can concept. That's what I'm telling you guys. You know, these Archie luxuries. Oh, you need a diver. You need a diver. I mean, this guy's never been deeper than a 3-foot kiddie pool. This Archie luxury has never been deeper than OCuck's above ground pool in there. Okay, it's yeah. What do these guys need the dive watches for? Will Curly end up with a pool stick in his anus? That's the question. That is the question. Red meat drama. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes. Okay, so we're going to wrap it up. We're going to thank our show sponsors here. Our show sponsors, which is the show sponsors today. Today's show sponsors, Ugly South. That's right, $4.99. $4.99. Look, guys, this channel costs millions of dollars a month to keep on the air. Your donations help us keep the channel on the air. We're hoping this week to, bring in, maybe we're going to pass the plate around. We need at least another. At least 200 grand, because we got to replace the carpet in the jet. To replace carpet in a plane, right? It's very expensive because it has to be like FAA standards, and we got the G6 and the carpet there. Just the carpet, it's only like 10 feet long. It's going to be like 150 grand plus installation costs. Whatever, the union overtime. It's expensive, so you got to send the donations in. So thank you to Ugly South. Watch Nicholas hate stream, one of our favorite hate streams out there, 99 cents. And Baron Noah, $4. And look at this, Baron Noah he made a $4 investment. Well, actually, look, as an aristocrat on the channel, he just got saved from making a life-destroying mistake. Okay, this guy would have destroyed his life if he would have bought that JLC Cuckistan watch. At least worst case, if he ends up with one of these, a Master Moon, you'll be okay. Or you know what? Listen, I'll tell you which I think is the best watch of JLC. If you're going to go with a strap, you want to get a strap, I would say go with the dual time, the Géographique. You can get this for about 9,000 in rose gold, maybe even less. Okay, 9 G's in rose gold. Okay, don't forget about these prices. Are tomato camper. Forget about this. This is for the Bukiaks. Look at this. Oh, they changed it up. They changed the design. 16 grand. This is a new one. This is a Polaris, I think, compressor. So it's waterproof. A lot of gold, but this is the type of thing that Archie Luxury would get, because it's got a lot of gold in there. It's big. It's kind of cool because, again, I love when they do the black with the rose gold. If I can get one, I would get rose gold black dial. But you can get, look at this, they're going cheap. The compressors are 13. Wow, 13. You can probably get them for 10. I mean, it's a funky watch. Look at this. I mean, if you want to look like a, mid-level, like a junior Russian oligarch, you want to look like a junior level Russian oligarch, you get one of these. And it's like 42 millimeter probably. 41. It's like 42 millimeter basically. It's big. It's gold. The dial is beautiful. Very functional. I'm almost tempted to get one of these, because the one I have is not really, you can't go swimming in it. But look what you can get. Look what you can get. And you can get these for under $9,000. You're getting a dual time watch with a calendar, dual time calendar, $9,000. JLC. Same movement used by Audemars Piguet and Vacheron. Okay, again, let me repeat. Je répète. Vacheron, there we go, 9Gs right here. The Colonel's watch. That's right, the Colonel has got the same exact watch. $9,000. I mean, I got full box, full set, but whatever, still. You can get them cheap. Even $8,000 for an older model. I wouldn't get the steel. That's too it's too pedestrian. It's too pedestrian. You want the gold. You get yourself a gold watch, $9,000, be done, you know. Full box set. Yeah, oh, he's got sharks. Wow. See, look, this is why you got to have a Rolex, because if you got a Rolex Submariner, when the shark bites you, it's not going to be able to bite through the steel, right? The shark tooth can't go through the steel of the Rolex bracelet. That's why they made them in steel. I mean, your hand might be gone, but, you know, that's right. Unbelievable, but true. All right, ladies and gentlemen, that's it. We're wrapping up. Thank you, everybody, for joining. We'll see you all on the next one.